Fontaine here, VIPSoundlab.com, and we're back with the new Samson drum machine, banging drums for hardware and software samplers. Now, I want to go over this plugin with you guys really quickly. I just want you guys to know that it's compatible with any hardware or software device that can read 24-bit WAV, and we also formatted it for Kontakt 5 machine as well as the MPC. All right, so what does that mean? It means if you have Kontakt 5 machine and MPC, yeah, you're good to go. Everything's pre-tagged and filtered and set up to go. But if you don't, if you're on another DAW program like Pro Tools, Logic, Cubase, Reaper, Bitwig, whatever it is, we also have the 24-bit WAV files arranged in nice and neat categories, so everything's laid out for you, and we have all the original drum samples that are in the kit format laid out in those folders, so you guys can drag and drop them on whatever it is that you're using. So it makes life really easy. Taking a look at the GUI here, we can see that it has full 64 it has a full 64-bit and 32-bit OS support in all DAWs with the power of Kontakt 5 as well as 24-bit WAV machine. We also have formatted for the Akai MPC. Now this is professional studio drum production with over 20 sound kits that we put together in Kontakt to get you guys going, as well as the MPC as well as machine. But it has the ability for unlimited kit creation, and I'm very proud to have my name on these sounds because these are all brand new fresh sounds from the VIP Sound Lab. Crisp, fresh. You're gonna see a lot of things going on under the hood with these sounds. It's like a lot more percussion, a lot more melodic things and stuff like that going on. So it has a custom drum and sample bank with a powerful MIDI keyboard infrastructure. We also have the routing capabilities for your external outputs in Kontakt 5. You have, I think, up to 16 outputs of audio when using Kontakt 5. With your DAWs, you probably can get a lot more, depending on your sound card. Of course, the mono and the polyphony from 1 to 128 voices. Now, this is studio quality. Professionally mixed and mastered sounds. It has onboard effects inside Kontakt, such as your compressor, your ADSR mode, your EQ, your reverb, your low pass, your tape. We also threw in a Portameno glide feature, legato, and more. Sample rates up to 64-bit with 196,000 kilohertz at 0 latency. Now, unlimited kit creation with dedicated mix controls. Again, the compressor, the ADSR, all that good stuff is all under the hood inside Kontakt 5. And machine, we have it pre-tagged and filtered. So, you're getting some powerful MIDI mapping to tweak multiple parameters simultaneously from your hardware controller. With Kontakt 5, it's as easy as right-clicking and, assigning your knobs in your slider. Same with, machine and, Akai and stuff like that. So if you take a look here goes some of the kits that are in here. A lot of these kits are 808 kits, hip-hop kits, boom bap kits, various styles, EDM, all these kits are in there to get started. As you can see right here, we also have it formatted for Akai MPC. We also have it formatted for machine, as you can see here. Now, again, here's a quick look at the GUI. We also threw in a note repeat feature in there, and we're going to go over that in a minute in the video, and we're going to go over the GUI, how it works, and what's going on under the hood. So stay tuned. We're going to get into that in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. And believe it or not, the price is only $39.99 for this multi-formatted library. Now, this is very affordable for producers, and that's the way the VIP Sound Lab, we like to keep it. It's giving you a lot of bang for your buck without the high price. I mean, $40 for all these professionally mixed and mastered studio sounds in all these formats. I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer. It's just common sense. All right, let's check it out. And what's going on? Fontaine here, and we're back. And I have the Samson drum machine open right here, and we're going to go over a couple of sounds inside the expansion itself. So over in machine, we have it pre-tagged and filtered, and I'm going to explain what's going on over here while we have duplicates in here. If you're familiar with our drum kits, a lot of times what we do is we put extra folders and files in here. That way when producers are moving things around for whatever reason, if you're in a different format, for example, if you're in the Akai Pro MPC, we have the Akai Pro MPC 1.9 as well as the 2.0 format in there with all the project data, and as well as all your XPJ files. Therefore, if you're a user and you don't have Kontakt, you can simply delete the Kontakt folder here, delete the machine 2.x folder, and then that way you have a more well-rounded kit. Now, there are some users who have let's say the MPC, Kontakt machine, and everything else, and they want to have everything formatted, and that's what we did. We pretty much got the work done for you guys. It's very time consuming, very tedious tagging and filtering these kits, but it just makes life easier for a producer. I think it's real awesome. We can just come in here and have the work just done. I mean, hey, who doesn't want a butler? All right, so it's like, here's the machine 2.x format. So when I open this folder here, okay, you see that we have the artwork as well. Now, if you're on Mac, what you want to do is you want to click on the Macintosh HD icon here, and what you want to do is you want to type in resources, and it will take you to the Native Instruments resource folder where we have the artwork in here, and you just, you know, go in this folder, you grab the artwork that we have provided for you in here, and let's see if this opens up right quick. Machine's not, it's not gonna let me do it for the reason I don't know why it's not reading the files in there, but it's in there, trust me, and it has the VB logo, the MST file, and the can't think of the other one right now, but they're all in there. And we also have a how to load machine artwork text file here in case someone's knowing how to do that, and it does give the PC as well as the Mac instructions. As you can see right here, it goes to detail where you can put it. You know, we don't want to leave anybody in the dark on that in case someone's new. So that's machine. Right here, these are all the WAV files. Okay, so these folders here, so there's 808 bass, cymbal crash, hi-hats, all that good stuff, all that's nice and neat and labeled. So then that way you can go in there, you know, if you're on, let's say, another hardware or software device, you have these tools here to get your kit creation done, and everything's neat and labeled. So that makes life really easy. And for example, let's say if you're in Machine, for example, and you open up the Samson drum machine from Machine. Oh, wow, here's the artwork here. It's showing up here. Let's close this down. I guess my computer was delayed for some reason. You see that we have all these samples here, and they're labeled from 1 to 20. So then that way, you know, if you're on, let's say, I don't know, whatever DAW, and you have an MPD or whatever, you have these files in here so that you know how everything is arranged in these kits when it comes to your sounds and your samples, because here's all the sounds and the samples here. Okay, so then that way you can go in there and get, you know, your kits arranged, and, you know, you're good to go from that point. So that's another dope aspect of it. So yeah, we covered that. We also threw some document files in here, you know, some PNG files, you know, little promotion icons and things of that nature. And we also have the how to load the MPC expansion here, which is pretty handy, because when you click on these little icons here, I felt it was easier, instead of going into great detail, to give a more visual experience. I put some JPEG files in there. So then that way, when you click on these files, what it does is it shows you how to actually load the expansion. Like here, you open up the kit, you take the XPN file here, and what you do is you drag it over to the Akai browser, not the browser, but the workflow screen here, and then you click on import. Okay, and then you click on import, it takes you to the next step, which is basically, you know, just waiting for it to load. And then finally, on the last step here, you know, it loads up, it's ready to bang, and it shows the kit here. Then you have the samples, they're labeled A, S, and W, you know, just to go through the samples, you know, like really quickly. And here's your project kits again, 1 through 20, and this right here is the 1.9 by the way, but you know, it does work for the 2.0 format as well. So I figured I'd let you guys know that, so then that way when we do jump into a Machine, you know, you're like, why are you showing me all this? It's because I need to show you, you know, how we format the kit. So if you're a user of Machine, for example, you know, when you come in here and you see these duplicates that are in here, you're like, why you guys got these duplicates in here, man? It's not organized. Actually, it is. It's just when you scan the kit, when you go into your library and you scan the kit, it's just picking up the extra files. That's all is to it. If you don't want the extra files in there, just erase the Akai folder. If you're on it in Machine, for example, erase the Kontakt folder, and, you know, everything will be, you know, nice and neat and labeled. You know, you have your 808s and bass labeled here, you know, your cymbals and your crash, your hi-hats, you know, your kick drums, we have them dry as well as layered, you know, your effects and percussion, as well as your snares, dry and layered. So yeah, man, it's pretty much ready to go. It's ready to bang out the box. That's what's amazing about it. And right now I'm having it inside of Kontakt right here. Just wanted to show you some of the parameters inside the GUI. For example, we're on the cream kit here. Your the kits will be labeled here. Okay, and you can use these icons, this left and right icon here, just to browse and scroll through your kits. Really easy. They're already set up. Now we have a glide feature in here, which is very handy. So if you're on 808s and things of that nature, you know, you turn the legato feature on here, you know, the mono feature on here, whichever, you know, you prefer. And we have the glide knob here, so you can adjust your glide, which makes, you know, manipulating bass notes very luxurious when you want to get in there and get those really, you know, crazy bass patterns and, you know, awesome bass slides. You know, a lot of trap producers, they love bass slides, you know, and kick spins and things of that nature. So, you know, it's real dope like that. You have your attack, decay, and sustain release. You know, if you want your samples louder, you can increase the decay knob here. I would suggest leaving it about halfway, because these sounds are extremely loud. And I'm very proud to stamp my name on the sounds in this kit, because, you know, we went in overtime in this joint, and the sounds on here are cracking, man. Like, See what I'm saying? Everything is like clean, crisp, pristine, and like this is like halfway. If I wanted to have this louder, I could turn this decay knob up. You don't get more of a full velocity. I could turn it down and get less of an effect on that. But I would say leave it about halfway. You know, going through some of the sounds right quick. I'm not gonna, you know, like make a beat or anything right now. I figured, you know, I don't want the video to run too long. You know, I'm just gonna show you some of the sounds that's in the kit, you know. I'm just going through some of the sounds right quick. Again, not going too long, not trying to make a beat, just showing you some of the sounds in the kit. And of course, you have your level meter here, which will give you the velocity parameters when it, you know, comes to your MIDI notes and things of that nature. We have a low pass filter here. You know, you want to get in there and tune some sounds. EQ down here if you want more mids and highs and things of that nature. And of course we have your bass knob here. So equalizers in the right hand section, your compressors in this section here if you want to adjust the threshold and things of that nature. All right, so moving right along, I'm going to show you some other things. Let's, for example, jump into the note repeat feature here, which I believe is going to be really, really handy. I'm going to explain this section of the plugin right here so you guys have a full understanding of it. Now, what I did was I put a Kontakt 5 note repeat script in here because I think a lot of people were saying like there's not too many plugins that have a note repeat. And I know like some of our previous expansions, a lot of producers were like, yo, you guys are making these dope expansions, but why are you not putting any note repeats? And a lot of producers, we need that note repeat. So again, we're a company, when you guys speak, we listen. So I went ahead and I incorporated a note repeat feature in here. And I also included the note duration icon here. Okay. And also put a swing in here because some people were requesting like, different swing grooves, like MPC patterns and things of that nature. So, I put a swing knob in there. Now this note repeat will be based on the beats per minute that's in your session. So you have a master icon up inside of Kontakt. If you want to adjust your beats per minute and things like that, I'm not really sure where it's at right now because I don't really mess with that too much. But trust me, it's up in here. You can when you click on that button, it's gonna appear like right here. I don't know why my brain's like farting right now, but it's right there. I just don't feel like doing it right now. All right, so when it comes to your note repeat, here's a hi-hat, for example. So let's say if I want to do these 1/8 notes here, you would click the note repeat on like so. Now it says repeat on and off. And this little green icon here means off. To the left is off. The green icon here means to the right is on. So if you just hold down the button. Now notice how it has the humanize feature on. Well, we have a step feature here. I have it on 4. But when you touch this part with your mouse and you slide it up and down like this here, you can adjust these velocity. This right here is like your little velocity section. So I turned it down here. So I wanted to have it. So what happens is looping this. So I think that's dope when you could just sit back, relax. You simply just click a button and just hold down one pad. And then if you touch another pad, you can add your snare on really, really quickly. Or if I go to another pad. Easy, right? Doesn't get any easier than that. I mean, it just doesn't. I mean, it just doesn't get any easier than that. I mean, you're just sitting back, relaxing with the comfort of the power of Kontakt. We also do a master volume icon here. So, if you're over here, you need to adjust the levels of the volume here. You can do that. And of course, we have the swing feature here if you want to get different. and a note duration here. So that's an awesome feature when you want to really get in there and really fine tune what's going on. If you want faster notes, you just slide a little to the left. 30-second notes, for example, 16ths. You know, trap producers, they want the really fast notes. You know, so you have all that at your fingertips there, and you turn the icon off when you want to go back to the normal mode, you know, just using your mouse. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it without going super in depth into detail. Again, I want the video to run too long. Just wanted you guys to check out the GUI interface on it, and we also have the nice wave display there. So when you change it to your sounds, you can have a nice representation of your waveforms to see exactly what you're doing. And of course, all this is completely edible. Of course, if you want to come in here and change the samples, you can do that. What you do is you click on the Samson drum machine folder here, and also doing a how to fix the missing samples fix there in case you, because what happens is when you move files and folders from your computer, what happens is when you open up Kontakt, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get missing samples message. That's because it's on a new computer. What you do is you just point the you click on the browse window when it's here, you put it on the Samson folder like this, and it will just load the kit up. Now when the kit loads from that point, what you want to do is you want to click right here, and then you want to save the kit. That way it gets saved inside your computer, and now Kontakt knows the location inside your computer. Problem solved. Complete instructions are right here in case you get the missing samples message. And I also guarantee you will get that when you're moving files and folders around, unless I put it inside my Mac in a specific location that's the exact same location in your computer. Okay, so I wanted to add the flexibility so you can save the kits where you want to have them in your computer. Besides, it takes a second to do it anyway. You know, and then from that point, you have the ability to create your own kits. So let's say if you're in here and, you know, you're like, this kit's cool, but I want to change some things around. No problem. You just simply, you know, you highlight, you know, this little section here, or let's say you don't like this sound here. You can take this sound, take that out, take that out, take that out, take that out. You want to add more sounds. Okay, you want to add a bass there. You go into 808 bass. Now you have your basses here. Just take these little bass sounds, whatever you want to put in there, and you just simply drag it on in there. You know, just take this little guy right here, put him right on there. Boom. You want to add other stuff. You want a cymbal, hi-hat. You want to crash over there or something like that. Grab this little guy here. Whatever it is you want to do. Grab a little sound. Drag him on in. Boom. You want to add a little percussion over there, snare or something. Add a little, it's like a little snap or whatever, you know, whatever you want to do. And then when you're done with that, what you're going to do is you click this icon and you go over here and you press save. Now, if there's someone out there who, let's say the GUI gets out of whack and you get the white screen, which is like the knobs or whatever. Okay, what you do is you click on the wrench icon. You have your instrument icons here. You fix that by adding your instrument wallpaper here. You click on this folder here, it will take you where we have different skin settings in there, and you add the PNG file here and it will clean it up. If anything else is out of whack, you have to use the resource container for the NKR that says Samson drum machine NKR. Okay, so that eliminates all problems, all bugs. You know, everything is out the box, ready to rock, studio quality, professional drum samples. And what I did was I made like a little let me see here. We're gonna pin this, and we're gonna go to this group here, where I made like a little quick demo, just using some of the sounds inside the machine. Now, these sounds are just dragged and dropped over here inside the machine. Now, this first one is not us. This is just some trap instrument sample that I put on there just to display some of the sounds. So